Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, welcome back. This is Dan Brzezowski, and this message is brought to you by the No Comfort Zone, helping you live a life on purpose. So here we are back again, and thanks for all the support, and I appreciate the listeners out there, especially all the ones from other countries. Pretty cool. In the last podcast, somebody from Switzerland still blows me away. I'm here to help, here to serve, and if you want to work with me, do me a favor. I can help you get out of adversity, get through your challenges, follow my blueprint, hit me up at the NoComfortZone.com. I would absolutely love an opportunity to see what you're going through, see if I can help you out, and maybe even work together so you can start achieving your goals and crushing it, as Gary Vee would say. But I digress. I'm currently in a position right now where I am working with a new employee, a new manager, and if you've heard some of my other stuff, it's unfortunate, but a leadership role had to be eliminated, and that was very hard for me to do, and now I brought somebody else in place who's very deserving of the position. And it's interesting, when you give somebody a chance, somebody who's been kind of beat up, spit up, chewed out, and worked on themselves a lot, showed a lot of initiative and a lot of personal growth, and really tried to do the right thing and did the right thing and really took care of everybody else, came up, showed on time, stayed late, did whatever it took, and then you put that position of leadership. It's amazing what it does to everybody else around you. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. My most inexperienced manager is leading the way. She is going to crush it. I am so happy that this relationship was formed. I was introduced to her when I became the new general manager, and she ended up, she's a product specialist. She ended up doing a delivery on an automobile, on a Highline automobile, and did a great job with it. And my COO acknowledged her as being, pretty amazing and pretty awesome and spot on. So powerhouse for the brand, and I knew what she was talking about, took premium level care, and every day was bringing it, drama in her life for sure, but not at work. Came and just did all the right stuff. So anyway, the opportunity was there. It was obvious. I had a lot of people with other experience knocking on my door, asking for the position and what they wanted to do. And I just didn't feel right choosing somebody from my past to go into my future. I wanted to choose somebody in my present and go towards the future. And that's what I see. I see it happening. I actually see with this person leading the way. I've got a few good leaders I work with, and some guys that are getting better and better. But this young lady is she's going to make a big impact in our world. And what I'm noticing is this: the willingness to learn. I talked about in yesterday's podcast, cash, knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. And that's what we're working on right now. Her knowledge of the system. How does it work? Her attitude. Willingness to serve. It's a leader's attitude. An attitude that, hey, I am learning and I'm going to make mistakes. You got to have that. Skills, the skills of time management, the skills of organization, which it's tough, and habits. What habits do you need to have in place when all the chaos begins and the retail world happens? What are the things that you need to do in order to get through it? You have to have some habits and skills in place. You have to have knowledge and know-how. And you have to have a great attitude. And you tie all that up, you've got a winning person. And that winning person's going to crush it. So I'm super excited. And I'm in a position right now where I read a book, High Performing Habits by Brendon Burchard. And it's a great, great book. It's a great listen. And it's a great website. The whole package is great. And I aspire to be at that level, to help that many people like he's helping. This is my start to do that. My passion in my heart is to help my managers around me become better managers and leaders, to help grow and develop the sales team underneath them, and create a culture that's second to none in my marketplace in Crystal Lake, Illinois. That's where I'm at. That's my goal. That's my passion. What I'm doing on the podcast is basically, let's call it for me, therapy, because I believe this. I'm going through my no comfort zone challenge myself right now. There's nobody else in it. It's just my own challenge against myself to get out of comfort as quickly as possible, reach for my goals, and start living a life on purpose. My purpose is for my managers to grow as people. That's what it is. And you have automobile industry, 26, 27, 28 years, however long. Started out being told I was too stupid to sell cars, to working my way after a long time and a long, hard road. Got into management, suddenly got into training, got on the national stage of training, and worked with some of the top trainers, was in some of the biggest dealerships, and then bad coping behavior, alcoholism, divorce, IRS, all that other stuff that happened. Just terrible psychotropic drugs, bad labels, buying into all the BS that's out there about who I was as a person. And next thing you know, I'm in a coma and it's just awful. Then I had to work my way back up. And thank God I did, because the person I am today, you'd not even recognize me from the person I was before. I don't even think I would recognize myself. The fact is that I've learned a lot along the way. And what I've learned is this: there's good people out there. There's a lot of really good people out there that want to help. And I work with a few of them, and one of them recruited me into the organization. And I really do believe heavily in this guy's ethics and what he does. And that's great. I believe I'm a good leader, but I want to be a great leader. And I believe I can be a great leader if I follow this person's example. His boss, been together a long time, another fantastic leader. The owner of the company, another great leader. So I've got these three people that I would call mentors, and they all have different avenues. One's an operational guy, one's an on the ground guy, and the other guy is more of a financial guy and more of a moral coach. Anyway, so I'm very blessed and lucky. These people showed up in my life at the perfect time to help me with the next stage of my life. And the next stage of my life is this: to help the people around me, the managers, become better people. So I do that, and I use this blueprint all the time. And as I'm going through my own No Comfort Zone challenge over these 60 days, it's really tough. I learned more about who I am, and the person I was in my 30s and 40s, man, it's not the same person in my 50s. Mentally, I'm stronger, but man, the body's not there as much. I get tired, and I hate to say that. I'm not like an old man, but man, I get a little bit tired. I can't go to bed at 2 a.m. and wake up at 6. That's tough for me to do. I do it, but I'm tired the next day. But referencing that book and these mentors that I have and all these good people and the persons I'm focusing on now, it's great because you want to master something in your life, start teaching it to somebody else. Brennan says that in his book, in High Performing Habits. Start teaching somebody what you need to learn. And isn't it funny? My greatest challenge that I'm going through right now in my operation really comes down to I'm in a position with my people where I had to make a big decision. And the big decision came a day after I entered my own No Comfort Zone challenge. I couldn't accept complacency, and I had to make a big decision regarding leadership in the organization. And in doing so, it's put a lot more time on. It's definitely made me appreciate my managers more. But more importantly, I also realized that all the mistakes that are happening, and they need help. And now I have to go coach them. And the tough part's going to be they don't necessarily know that they need help, or maybe that I can help them. I know I could, and I know they can help me, but it really comes down to taking that ego, kicking it down a few notches, and me taking the time to teach them and them taking the time to learn, and vice versa. So we're at that stage where we're not doing great. We're all good, and that's the thing I hate. Average, we're fine, we're complacency. I hate that more than anything. It almost killed me. Comfort kills. I got to that place in my life where I was so comfortable, man. I was so comfortable being beaten up, chewed up, spit out. I had no value for myself. I realized it wasn't until I started hanging around people that wanted to get better that my life started to change. And then I realized, this journey, yes, it is going to be fueled by, teamwork and stuff like that. But a lot of this I do have to go on my own. And what I mean go off on my own, I have to be that person that gets out of their comfort zone, because people will comfort you. I don't need someone's comfort. What I need is results in my life. And maybe that's you. So it's time to start executing. Follow the blueprint. Go pick somebody up by teaching them something and helping them. You're great at something. Go help somebody be great. Don't force it on them, but find somebody who wants to learn and teach them. See how you do it to your kids. Do it to your spouse. Do something for somebody else while you're on this mission, and watch what happens to your life. It becomes magical. The journey becomes more interesting. So by no way, shape, or form am I in the No Comfort Zone by myself, but I really don't look for too much comfort from people. But after the 60 days, I'll be looking for that human touch, that companionship, those things. But in the meantime, I'm going through a phase in my life where it's important because I need to grow into the person that I want to be. I don't want to be the person I am today. I'm okay with the person I am, but I want to be better. I always want to be a better version of myself. And how do I do that? I follow the blueprint. If you're interested, go to thenocomfortzone.com. Check it out. I've spoke about this on stage before, and the appeal was absolutely amazing. I spoke about this in leadership seminars, and people get it. It works. But you need your hand held through it. It's too hard to do it on your own. And what I mean is, I'm not going to comfort you. I'm not going to walk you through the process. I'm going to tell you this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. Now it's up to you. And that is where it gets uncomfortable. When I got into rehab, I had told somebody that I was a pretty successful person before I went into all this drama and chaos in my life. At least I thought. It wasn't until I went into rehab that I realized this is probably the absolute scariest day of my life, or at least the second scariest day of my life, because at the time it was the scariest day of my life. You know what the actual first scariest day of my life was? The day I left, because I had all the tools and resources on how to fix myself. I know what I needed to do. Now it was just up to me to do it. And that's what the blueprint is. It gives you the tools tools you need to start getting out of the adversity. You got financial problems? This will help you get out of it. You got relationship problems? This will help you get out of it. Do you want more? Do you just want more of whatever? More time with your kids? You want more promotions? You want whatever it is. This is it. This blueprint will build the life you want as soon as you add you into it. But you got to add you into it. And watching this person that I work with grow into this leader is the most satisfying part of my career thus far. I've had salespeople go from making 30 grand a year to 150 grand a year overnight by training them principles about this no comfort zone in my selling system. But this is a whole different level when you see a leader start to influence the people around them simply by their intention and their actions. You have to be the proof. And it's so great to see this happen and me to be a part of it, especially while I'm in the no comfort zone. So it's purely a growing period right now. And I just wanted to reach out and talk about this leadership and talk about the blueprint and just let you know that if you're hurting, if you need help, this might be it. It's not the end all and be all. It might be another solution for you without all the BS that goes along to it, telling you how to touch in and get your feelings and all that other stuff. This isn't that. I'm working on a webinar right now, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's a full-length webinar on basically my challenges of going through the blueprint, and I put it real. So it's like a rated R version of basically how to get out of your comfort zone and start living on purpose. Imagine the idea that I'm doing is imagine it's Super Bowl time if you're a football person. I love football. I love watching Hard Knocks training camp. Right now, John Gruden is on, and I just love him. I love what he does. I love what he's all about. I don't know. I like him as a coach. I like his brashness. I think he's cool. And I think he's going to get some results out of the team. Only time will tell. But now imagine if he called me and he said, hey, man, it's down. We got, we're one touchdown behind. We were favored to win. And, we're behind. We're getting our ass beat. And I need somebody to say something to my team that's going to get their head out of their ass, get them pointed in the right direction, get them out of this rut, and get them to basically blast past the other team. That's what I'm looking for. Do you got it? Well, that's what this is. That's that message. And it's done in a simple format. We walk through the outline and we go through it. And I call out myself. I'm very vulnerable, but I also call you out too, because there's some real stuff going on in your life right now, and you're never going to get to that point where you can be that great leader for somebody else unless you got your ethics in place, and unless you're living right, unless you have mentors in place, unless you have all these things that are set up ideal. Because in the end, it's all up to you. But you need to rely on people around you. You need to rely on things that can help you get through it. You need that encouragement. My encouragement is when one of my mentors tells me this, well, why are we so complacent? What's going on? Why are we at where we're at? Good. Sounds like you know what you're talking about. How are you going to fix it? That's what my mentors do for me. And that's fantastic, and that's what you need. Now, the webinar and this whole no comfort zone, the rated R version, it's real simple. I'm in your face. I'm in your face because I want you to be better, and that's why you're reaching out to me, is because you want to be better and you want more. And you know what? The blueprint works. It's worked for me. It's worked for other people. And when I created, I had no idea it would have an impact on other people around me, but it did. So, hey, reach out, thenocomfortzone.com. Download the blueprint. If you have questions when you look at it, because you will, you'll look at it and go, what is this all about? Reach out to me. Hit me up on my calendar. We'll talk about it. Watch some videos. I'll send you some emails. You'll figure it out. You'll start to live your life on purpose and get past your adversity and start crushing it and put a big smile on your face and the people around you. Thanks a lot for listening. It's pretty late for me, so I'm going to cast out right now. I'm going to say goodnight, and I hope you had a fantastic, fun-filled, and exciting day, because that's the only way it should be. Get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.